Ahoy there, Krew! This is your Kaptain speaking, and today I decided to do a little Meet the Artist post. I haven't made one in a really long time, and I actually deleted all the ones I have made, so I thought it was about time. Now, where to start? You can refer to me as either Captain or Kelpie, either is fine. I, as Captain Kelpie, am 323 years old. I was born right in the midst of the golden age of piracy on the 4th of May. Unfortunately, among my pirate crew, there was a mutineer who threw me overboard. Not being a very good swimmer, I of course drowned, and out of anger and maybe a little bit of spite, turned into an Oni. I am very attached to my MBTI personality type. I take the quiz every year, and for the last few, I've gotten the same result: INFJT. I don't think I'll go into detail about what those actually mean, but let's move on to the likes. I obviously like art and drawing. Anime and games have been my top pastimes besides art for years. This might sound a little stupid, but I really like planning, whether it's working on my spreadsheet for planning videos or making a list of my daily tasks I need to do to finish assignments in time. I also obviously like pirates, it's like my whole thing. And the last thing I decided to add to my likes is music. I really like listening to music, as I do all sorts of things. I often even sing softly or mouth words when I do though. I get really into it. As for my dislikes, I don't really like bugs. I also actively dislike chicken meat. Don't ask. I don't like places that are consistently overly loud. Most of the time it gets pretty overstimulating. I usually don't like when things are unorganized or when plans are half-baked or very sudden. I usually put up with it, but it's definitely not my favorite thing to do. And lastly, I don't like swimming or being in water like pool or the ocean even, for quite a few reasons that I won't get into. Before we continue, I figured since this video is supposed to be about getting to know me, why not ask if anyone has any questions? First question I got was from Axel. He responded, "Why are you so cool?" Nah, what inspired your art style? There's not really something specific that inspired me, I'd say, other than just wanting a sort of anime adjacent style. The only thing I really remember consciously taking from another art style was the way noses are shaded in the Soul Eater anime. Of course, it doesn't really look the same anymore since I slowly and unconsciously, of course, adapted it over time. Other than that, I have been trying to lean a little more cartoony and expressive while still keeping it very anime though. As for when it comes to my shading and rendering, it's mostly based on different tips I've seen over time. For example, to get the shading color, I make the base color more saturated and darker, as well as shift the hue. I do the same for highlights, but instead of making it darker, I of course make it lighter. Usually I shift the highlights to a warmer color and the shadows to a colder one. I do make exceptions in picking the colors for skin tones and very dark or very light colors though. Other than that, my style is just an amalgamation of things I played around with until I found elements I wanted to keep around. I also got a question from Chocoburb asking about my model, whether I rigged it myself or commissioned it. I actually drew and rigged it myself, just like my last model. It was a shit ton of work, but very much worth it. I actually got another question about my model. Starbear2547 asked what was the design idea for my VTuber model. There are quite a few things that influence the details of the design. The main theme, of course, is being a pirate, because they have been a long-standing obsession of mine. Other than that, it's all just a combination of things I like. My favorite colors, Oni horns, the slightly droopy elf ears, the look of a sleeveless turtleneck, and the puffy sleeves. I also really wanted a dress and corset this time, so I made it happen. But let's get back to the actual piece I'm drawing here. I made a little section for all my favorite things, but I'm not going over those since there's not much to say about them. Just that those with multiple under them are not in a specific order. And I added a little husbando and waifu bits under the anime. Fraugerlo is from One Piece for anyone who doesn't know, and Hollow is from Spice and Wolf. Yeah, and that's it for that little section. I've seen a lot of people making a little inventory section for their Meet the Artist layouts, and I've always wanted to do it too, but I did it a little differently. My inventory is what's inside my treasure chest and things I consider my treasures. The most obvious things I included here are my cat, Kiwi, my drawing tablet, and our ship, the Creaking Kraken. I of course wanted to add some more stuff like a scrunchie that I try to take with me everywhere I go, my phone, and nail polish. I've been getting back into painting my nails recently, but the most fun part of this project was to draw myself over on the left side. I typed that right in the script. Oh jeez. Okay, anyway, I drew myself on the left side. Left. The pose is very fun, and I'm really happy with how the treasure chest came out. I present to you the final piece. I had so much fun putting this together. I never would have thought I could make something look this cool. I am really happy with it, even down to the little stars I made to fill up the empty spaces. But that's all for today, crew. I hope to see you again for our next voyage. Bye bye!